What's up, everybody? Rob Ferretti, and it's sort of fitting that I have a Ferrari next to me. I'm wearing a Pagani shirt. Today's video is something reactionary to something that just happened, and the only thing that I can think of is that it sucks to be rich. And everyone wants to be rich, but it sucks to be rich, and here's why. There's a guy in San Francisco where there's tons of money, but as a rich guy, he's driving his Aventador SV. $550,000 car, no doubt about it. You have money. You're a very wealthy man to be able to afford a car like that, because unlike this, that car is potentially going to lose a lot more money than this would. So you have to be a really wealthy guy to have that. So what do people do? Lots of people take photos of your car. Lots of people admire you. Lots of people hate you justly or unjustly. You could be the nicest guy in the world, but here we have an example of, I don't get it. And here's why it sucks to be rich. This guy standing in the street, and I don't know the absolute detail behind this. There's an Aventador SV standing in the street, and the owner is standing outside of it. That, I don't know why. But a guy runs over his car. He literally, with his backpack on, steps over the car, steps on the hood, steps on the roof, steps on the engine bay. Complete lack of respect, complete lack of any common decency that anyone will be. It's really a fuck you to somebody. That's the guy who wants to watch the world burn. So fuck you. The owner goes chasing after him, but he's a younger kid, so he sort of gets away. And then the owner's just like pissed, and it sucks. Nobody is going to stand up for the actions of that kid. That was retarded. He shouldn't have done it, and he should be prosecuted with some form of criminal act. He comes back to do it again. Owner catches him as he goes to step up on the back of the car and throws him down to the ground. Now, this is where the owner is a fucking saint as far as I'm concerned, because I'm sure there's states in this country where you could shoot that kid dead in the street. Welcome to America, or Somalia, or Brazil, or you name it. But there are laws that protect your car as an extension of your house. Somebody goes to, and I know this is a law in Florida, somebody goes to harm you, or while you're in your car is an extension of you. So if somebody goes to cause harm to your car, you have every right as a gun carrier or as anything to defend yourself and your vehicle and take the appropriate measures. Now, this guy didn't. He showed restraint. He threw him on the ground, which is objective. He neutralized the situation from this guy climbing and potentially damaging his car and running away again. Threw him on the ground and didn't hit him. He didn't hit him, and he like let him up, and then the kid goes to like run away or go towards the car again. Whatever happened, it's just a complete mess. The intention of this kid was not like, hey, sorry about that, I just got a little caught up in the moment. It was absolute, like, if he didn't hold him there, or somebody didn't hold him down so the owner could drive away, who knew what would end up happening? So he threw him down again as the guy tried to sort of like run away back towards the car. It's not like he went to, somebody help me, this guy's attacking me. He was not an innocent party at any point in time here. So what do we get from this? Why does it suck to be rich? Because no matter what, this kid will probably be charged with a criminal act. He will probably be charged if somebody identifies him, which I'm sure this video will blow up to the point where somebody will identify him. He will get a mischievous behavior charge or something like that. But he's an asshole, and some asshole lawyer out there, because there's lots of them, will turn around and sue this guy because he has money. And they're going to say, that wasn't a justified response. You shouldn't have chased after him. It's just a car. Leave this kid. So although this kid is a complete piece of shit and created a scenario in which the likely outcome is you may get hurt. You may trip over the car. What, are you going to sue the guy for having a wing on your car because you tripped over the back of it where you're not supposed to be climbing on it to begin with? This piece of shit is going to sue this guy, and this guy will probably end up having to settle with him or do something, because that's what people do. People settle because it's not worth the litigation to fight, even though that guy's a piece of shit. Was he in the right, or was he allowed to then potentially harm? Now, the end of the video that I saw was this kid just lying on the ground like motionless. Whether he's pretending to be knocked out, whether he's knocked out, I don't know. But that's what happens when you kick a hornet's nest. When you kick a hornet's nest, you might get stung. So if you go attempt to damage somebody's car, I don't care who the hell you are, I don't care if you're trying to make a Vine video or whatever, you're a piece of shit, and this is a likely outcome. And that's the problem, is that this guy did nothing wrong. This guy is going to be vilified, although he did nothing wrong, and I probably would have done the same thing in his scenario. I'm amazed the rest of the public didn't really do anything. Hey, hold that guy. He just ran over that guy's car. No, everybody just sits there with their video cameras videotaping it. And that's where it sucks to be rich, because this guy has essentially done nothing other than drive his car down the street. Again, I don't know what happened before the video, but he's done nothing but drive this car down the street. From the videos that I've seen, he has not done anything to instigate with the kid. I don't know. He may have done that. He may have kicked the kid in the nuts and then stood outside his car. I don't know. But it's unlikely. And that's not the story that's being told. It's that this kid ran over the car. He came back to run it over again. The guy threw him down. And ultimately, this kid, as much of a piece of shit as he is, and he should be ostracized from the community, he will find sympathy from some group of people. He will find sympathy from a lawyer, and no matter what charges he's convicted of criminally for damaging or potentially damaging this guy's property, he's probably going to make money from this. And that's what's bullshit, and that's why it sucks to be rich. Because this guy, if he was just driving a normal car, he wouldn't have had that problem. And to be fair, I don't know what I would do in the same situation, but it may not be that far off of the actions that this owner took. And he showed incredible restraint for his actions initially. And I can only imagine the disrespect and the prodding that he's getting from this kid. That to me, it's a well-deserved sort of beatdown. Sure, the guy's got insurance. Sure, the guy can afford to fix his car, but that's not the point. So karma kicked in. The guy threw him down. Whatever. If the kid's injured, I hope he's not injured. But whatever it is, I think that's internet justice. The kid should face charges. This guy should go on about his life, and people should say, sorry that happened to you. I feel bad for it, but this guy's going to be thrown in the limelight. Why? Because people love to hate people with money. So, sucks. There you go. There's your current events, current news. I held off today's upload because I felt like this is a more appropriate thing to do. And many of you guys may not have seen this, and I want to at least get this out there so you can look at it from a different perspective versus whatever the internet's going to start alleging back and forth. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more videos. If anything current like this happens, I try to throw my thoughts out there. See you next time.